I am now recording.
I'm Anthony Hugulier, the assistant principal.
Okay,
Natalie Massages, superintendent.
okay,
My name's Arthur, I'm the teacher.
okay,
Megan, and I'm the principal.
okay.
I'm Eric T. Bizzle Bjornstad, and I'm the union representative, president.
Very nice.
Welcome to District 999, Downers Grove, Illinois. Our scene 1 begins at 3:35 p.m. Monday, April 2nd. Anthony and Arthur in the assistant principal's office.
Hi, come on in. Have a seat. Thanks for coming today.
Let's talk.
So, Arthur, some concerns have been brought to my attention that you have missed many days, mostly Mondays, without leaving appropriate sub-plans. On 3 separate occasions, your colleagues have approached me with concerns that you smelled of alcohol. I have documented 2 different dates where you did not leave sub-plans at all. Is everything okay?
No, everything's not okay. My mother died last year. She was my best friend, my everything, my confidant. It's been rough. I'm very depressed and I've had trouble sleeping.
And I understand how tough that can be, and I'm sorry for your loss and that you're still going through these struggles. It has been reported, though, that you have come to work smelling of alcohol throughout the day. Could you speak on that for a moment?
I understand the concerns you brought up. I'd like to contact my union rep and reschedule this meeting.
Okay, I do understand. Can you try to arrange for the rep to be available tomorrow after school, and we can meet then?
Yes, I'll try.
Scene 2 takes place in Arthur's classroom on April 3rd.
Hey Arthur, got your email. How are things going, man?
I'm alright. As you know, I've been going through a rough patch. Since my mom died, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression. Once I get the week going, I feel better, but the weekends are really rough, especially Sundays. I dread going to work. I feel like I can't get my body to go to work on Mondays.
Wow, man, those are some serious issues you're dealing with. You taking any steps to help yourself with these issues of anxiety and depression you feel?
I did see a counselor a few times, but this damn HMO only allows me 4 visits a year. I've been coping in unhealthy ways, but nothing that's put students in danger.
Has the AP or any administration had an issue with the way you've been dealing with this?
Yeah, Assistant Principal Anthony, he brought me in and accused me of smelling like alcohol during the school day, which I don't.
Alright, well, how did you respond to that?
I told him I wanted to reschedule after I talked to you.
Alright, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You didn't happen to say anything you could consider incriminating during that meeting, did you?
Nope, he did ask to reschedule for tomorrow after school. Are you available?
Let me check my schedule. I don't think that'll be a problem. Yes, Taco Tuesday tonight. Gotta take my chinchilla in to bed later today. No, I should be all right.
Okay, good.
Anything else? Like, did Assistant Principal Anthony say anything about who complained or whether it was a
No, he didn't say anything, no, not about either of those things. I mean, I have taken a few Mondays off, but I haven't gone over my allotted amount for the year, and my students are doing fine.
All right, well, we'll see what he has to say tomorrow then when we meet.
Moving on to scene 3, Wednesday, April 4th, in the principal's office.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Eric, I understand that you and Arthur had a chance to meet yesterday and talk through a few things. Thank you for taking notes, for bringing them to the meeting. Would you please share your discussion?
Yeah, Arthur has discussed with me your previous meeting.
And Arthur and I had a discussion yesterday about some concerns that have been brought up regarding his attendance, failure to leave sub-plans on 2 occasions, and concerns from his colleagues that he had come to work smelling of alcohol. Arthur, is that summary accurate?
Those are the accusations that were explained to me.
Is there any evidence for this alleged alcohol abuse? Do any of the allegations have anything to do with Arthur's student performance?
Well, we don't have any hard evidence, but several staff members have complained about Arthur's habit of missing Mondays while not leaving sub-plans, as well as him smelling like alcohol when he does show up. I haven't pulled any data yet, but I would have to believe that the sheer number of absences would affect performance.
Yeah, but has those absences exceeded his negotiated amount?
They have not, but that doesn't excuse his not leaving sub-plans, which is required per the contract. The lack of sub-plans would have an impact on student performance. Would you agree with that statement?
Well, you know, there's a number of staff who occasionally forget to leave sub-plans and they're absent. But, you know, it's foreseeable how a few times could become an issue.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing all that information. Arthur, you know, I am concerned for you, and I'd like to consult with our Human Resources Department and our superintendent, just to kind of provide you some additional support. I hope you understand it's possible that missing that many days in a school year may impact your students' performance. However, the lack of sub-plans does not provide the continuity of instruction and adds additional responsibilities to your coworkers. Following the collective bargaining agreement, sub-plans should be left for your sub no later than the start of the school day, 8 a.m., for the day which you're going to be absent. I'm going to document our conversation in a letter of reprimand at this time. It's going to be placed in your file. It will include the dates you did not leave sub-plans. The letter will also include a commitment to follow the teacher's contract to ensure that you do have sub-plans created before the start of the school day. Does that make sense? Okay. This letter is also going to state, though, that if you fail to reply, if you fail to follow the directives, it may result in further discipline, which may lead to a remediation plan and/or dismissal of your employment.
Well, you know, now that we've had this meeting, I think Arthur is aware of the issue. I don't believe this will continue to be an issue, and we can probably all move forward from here.
Okay. I'm going to document this meeting. I'll provide a copy of the letter of reprimand in your personal file. I'll bring a copy to you. Arthur, Anthony and I are going to meet with the superintendent, review a course of action with you Thursday, April 5th. Eric and Arthur, are you both available to meet after dismissal Thursday?
I guess.
Let me check. No, yeah, but bake sale later that evening, no, I should be all right.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Scene 4 takes place on Wednesday, April 4th in the superintendent's office. Hey, Megan, Anthony. I heard that there are some complaints regarding Arthur's attendance and behavior. What steps have been taken prior to my involvement?
Well, Anthony initially met with Arthur on Monday to share several concerns that were brought to Anthony's attention. After the death of his mom last year, he's missed many days, both last year and this year. I understand how dealing with the death of a loved one may result in missing some work, absolutely. However, he hasn't left sub-plans on 2 separate occasions, and that has been a concern for us. I've documented these concerns on a letter of reprimand to be placed in his personnel file. But beyond that, a greater concern has been brought to our attention. 3 different staff members or colleagues of his have shared that he's come to school smelling of alcohol.
Oh.
Anthony and I, though, we haven't detected any odor on him, and we have not witnessed any signs of intoxication or alcohol use while on school property.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing me into this situation. And at this point, you have followed district protocol, but these are some serious concerns that we cannot take lightly. We must take into account that there is no alcohol on school property, just an odor, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is unprofessional and unacceptable as a role model to our students. We cannot dismiss Arthur for just an odor unless there's evidence that he is unfit to work. Have we offered him assistance, support at school, or outside counseling?
We told him we would look for suggestions of support from you before meeting again to offer any additional assistance. Can we encourage him to seek outside counseling?
We have the employee assistance program for situations just like this, so be sure to offer him some assistance. The second issue of him not having emergency lesson plans or sub-plans for his constant absences is unprofessional conduct. You are correct in placing a letter of reprimand in his file. If this pattern continues, however, we will need to document this as a needs improvement and move to a remediation plan. Please let me know if this occurs anymore.
Okay, we'll keep you updated if anything else should occur. When we meet with him tomorrow, though, we will encourage him to seek some outside assistance through our employee assistance program.
Would either of you be willing to put some time aside in the next few weeks to provide support at school? This experience and accusations adds more stress to Arthur, and we don't want to push him over the edge. He's proven himself to be a great teacher in the past, so I want to help rebuild his confidence and passion at school.
Yeah, I will make sure to spend more time checking in with him personally, offering support, and really just time to listen. I'll pop into his classroom a couple of times each week and keep it more of a social visit.
That's a great idea. Thank you for sharing your concerns with me and offering him support. Please keep me updated as there are any changes, and know that you two also have my support if you need me again. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to assist.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Our final scene, scene 5, takes place Thursday afternoon in the principal's office.
Hello, thank you again for taking the time to come out after school.
No problem.
All your students are out of the classroom home safely, we hope?
Hope so.
All right, thank you for meeting again. Arthur, as we discussed, here is the letter of reprimand that will be placed in your file. It documents on the different dates, March 5th and March 19th, that you did not leave any sub-plans when taking a sick day. You did not leave the plans before 8 a.m., the start of the school day, as it states in the contract. So going forward, in this memorandum is a written reprimand directing that you complete sub-plans before the start of the school day when you're absent. And it states here, failure to follow these directives may result in further discipline, up to and including adoption of a notice to remedy against you or dismissal as an employee. Okay? The signature and date just acknowledges receipt of this letter.
Can I see that as well before you sign?
Sure.
Thanks.
Would you recommend that I sign it?
I would at this point in time.
You know, Arthur, we're all here to support you. We know this year has been really challenging for you. I couldn't imagine what it's like to lose a parent, especially knowing how close you and your mother were. We don't take this lightly. We want you to know we're here to provide support. We've already addressed the lack of sub-plans. We've taken care of that. We're not gonna discuss that any further. We're gonna check to make sure that you're following the plans as we agreed upon. I hope that you will reach out to Anthony or me if you need any support, if you need time off. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. As far as the concern about you smelling like alcohol, Anthony and I met with Natalie yesterday afternoon and we shared the concerns expressed by colleagues. And we also shared that we have not personally witnessed any signs of intoxication, we haven't smelled alcohol on your breath, and we haven't seen you use alcohol at all while on school property or during the school day. Because of this, we're not going to document it in any formal records. However, if concerns are brought to our attention again, we will meet again and we'll take further action.
Yeah, so Arthur, like Megan said, we are concerned for your well-being, and this pattern of missing work on Mondays makes us think that weekends are challenging for you. So we really do encourage you to seek out support from our employee assistance program. This is an opportunity to talk through anything that's bothering you, help you get back to the amazing teacher that we know that you are. This is all paid for by the school district. It won't be deducted from your insurance. And all your conversations are confidential and they will not be shared with anyone else at the school.
Do I have to do this? I don't wanna talk to anyone about how I'm feeling. This feels like a punishment.
Well, I don't want you to think about it as a punishment at all. It's really just an opportunity for you to get support outside of the school.
Yeah, it seems at this point, this may be best case scenario. It's not any sort of remediation happening here. And, you know, you can call the employee assistance line and ask any questions you want about the program, time, counselors, and confidentiality that are involved in this.
Arthur, this is not a punishment at all, and it's not a requirement. It's just one way we can offer you some support and some help, okay? Feel free, though, please come to me or Anthony at any time if you have some questions or if there's any way we can help you.
I'll consider this, but I'm not making any promises.
Just let us know if there's anything else we can do to support you.
Okay, thanks.